to talk quiet this morning because everybody's still in bed. But I don't typically wake up early on the weekends. We have a busy day today, and so got up a little early, get my start on the day. Grace wants to try to get a long run in today. I'm going to go hit the gym after breakfast. So got a little bit of an early start, but it is nice to have the quiet morning, even on the weekend. But usually I just try to sleep in as long as the kids will let me. Get a little breakfast going. Got 2 whole eggs, 1 egg white, a little bit of jasmine rice, and top it off with some kimchi. Kimchi is really good for your gut health, a lot of probiotics, really good for you. So I've been trying to add that into breakfast here and there. I think it goes pretty well with the eggs. And then I usually add some kind of meat. And what we have right now is a little bit of leftover pork loin. So I'm going to just toss that in as well. It's got some bacon crusted on it, so should be pretty good. All right, there we go. That is breakfast. So yeah, I usually am very simple when it comes to breakfast. Like I said, just some eggs, rice, some meat, and just kind of slap it all together. Usually think of more of like what I need to fuel my body to get the day started. And so that's a good way to go about it. But yeah, the kimchi with the rice and eggs is really good. Give it a shot if you haven't tried it before. So I'm going to finish this up, get ready for the gym, and head out. We got back and triceps, so it'll be a pretty good workout. Alright guys, wrapping up the video here. Today is actually Sunday, so I had my gym session yesterday and everything. But the main idea for this video was kind of getting into those daily habits and routines that I kind of had talked about in my last video. So just kind of building up those routines and getting more into it. That morning routine of like getting my early morning devotions and some meditation in, those are really good for me. I feel like, so I used to put like a bunch of things at the end of my day, like doing my devotions and stuff before bed, but then it was just kind of like I would just pile things before bed. So it would be like an extra hour of bedtime routine things that I would have to do, like have my devotions, like do this, read a book, do that. And so it was just so much. So I eventually started trying to do things more in the morning and split it up. That way I have things that I do that way I have things that I do like first thing in the morning, and I have things that I do in the afternoon, or things that I do before bed. So kind of splitting those things up kind of makes it feel a little more manageable, so it's not just like a huge task list at the end of the day. So that's kind of how I've been approaching it. Usually I do not wake up super early on a Saturday morning to get those things done. So I tend to take advantage of as much sleep as my kids will let me get on Saturdays, and I'll usually end up probably out of bed around 7:30, which still isn't that that late, but that's usually the latest my kids will let us get. But yeah, we had a few things that I wanted to get done that day. My wife wanted to get on a run. I thought she was going to go for more of a longer run. She ended up just doing something more moderate and lighter that day. And then we took the kids out for some donuts in the afternoon, and yeah, it felt like a productive day. I didn't really end up doing that much, but it felt super productive because I actually hit like everything that I intended to hit that day, which is, it doesn't happen very often. And then on top of that, like I also like had started laundry, and I finished it and folded it in the same day and put it all away, which almost never happens. So bonus productivity right there. And here we are going into what will be kind of like the third week. I guess we kind of started, the new year started on a Wednesday, but this will be like the start of the third week of the new year. And I found out that the second Friday of the new year is officially known as Quitter's Day, because so many people give up their resolutions by the second week of the new year. There was some studies done showing that like by March, only 8 or 9% of people are actually still working towards their goals. And so I wanted to hit on a few like tips and things that I tend to do to kind of help stick with those routines and build up those new routines and habits for whatever goals that you have. So the biggest thing that I found for myself is to make things as easy as possible. For instance, I've gone through periods where I like work out super early in the morning before work, like 4 or 5 a.m. And the easiest way I would accomplish that goal would be the night before. I would lay out my gym clothes. I have my gym bag right there, lay out my gym clothes. Everything that I needed was kind of already prepped ahead of time. So all I had to do in the morning was get up and put on those clothes and get going. And like if I had to go to work, I work remotely now, but for a while I was working in an office, and so I would prep all my food at night before I went to bed, put it in the fridge in containers, so all I had to do was pull it out, put it in my bag, and I'd be good to go. So prepping things ahead of time is a good way to make it more easy and give you less excuses in the morning or in the afternoon. I guess it can take place anytime, but prepping things ahead of time helps get rid of those excuses. Another big tip that I have is to give yourself certain triggers. So for myself, I don't even think about it anymore. I finish up my work day, which is now when I go to the gym, is like right after work usually. So I'll finish up my work day, I go upstairs, and I get my pre-workout snack. I don't even think about it, I just go right to it. And once I've had a pre-workout snack, like it's done deal. I have to go to the gym no matter how I feel. Maybe I don't feel like going that day. I know I'm going to the gym because I'm eating my food, I'm getting that snack in, and I'm gonna go. So like giving yourself those little triggers, like eat the snack, go to the gym. That can be a helpful way to set your path towards towards whatever that habit is. I'm still working on getting rid of like some bad habits, like screen time. I mentioned like I have a lot of screen time. I sit in front of my screens for work all day, and so and it's super easy to just pick up your phone and get that hit of dopamine or whatever. You don't have to put in any effort, and it's just so easy to do and fall into continuously. And so that's the big thing that I'm still working on. I haven't found a good way to replace that, but the key idea is to, instead of trying to stop doing that habit, is to try to find something to replace it with. So I need to find a good way to replace that with something else that's more productive. Instead of digging into my phone, I do X instead. So if you have any good ideas for getting less screen time in on your phone, like just staring, doom scrolling or whatever, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Let me know. But that's something big that I'm still working on. And I don't have this all figured out. It's definitely still a work in progress for me for a lot of things. I can remember still like when going to the gym was not a habit for me, and I didn't know what I was doing. I'd go to the gym, just fumble around on a few machines or whatever, and like I didn't see the results that I wanted to see, at least not as immediate as I had expected to see them. And so it just gets real discouraging really quickly. And so if you are in that point right now where you're starting to feel like you're not seeing the progress you want, you're starting to feel like things are not going the way that you wanted, or you're starting to feel just like giving up already, like dig in, keep going. That progress, those changes that you're looking to see, they're just right around the corner. So don't stop here. The biggest thing is not to I don't know, like you can mess up a day or two and it's not the end of the world. A lot of people have that I'm going to do this every day, and then if they mess up a day, then it's just like it's over. There's no point. And so I would really encourage you to not do something like that where it's like I have to do this every day. Instead, the best way to do it is when you mess up, it's fine. Just get back to it the next day or the day after that, as soon as you can. The quicker you get back to it, the easier it is going to be to keep going with it. So yeah, I would really encourage you to don't give up yet. Don't stop. Whatever you're working towards, keep going. Also, with my last video, I actually got several responses from people, whether it be DMs or comments, saying that they resonated with some of those goals a lot, and we're also looking to get more into the devotions or prayer or something like that. And so that was really cool to see, just some seeing other people resonating with similar goals that we had. So yeah, if you have a similar goal to someone else, another good way to help stay motivated is to reach out to people and working towards similar goals and work together, keep each other accountable, and do what you can to help other people out. We all struggle with setting new habits, and I think most of us want to get better or do things a little better or be healthier. We all have goals that we're all striving for, but it's not easy for any of us. It may seem like some people have things figured out. I guarantee you that those people that have something figured out, they worked a long time. They worked a long time to try to get that figured out, and they still probably struggle in other areas. Like me, I'm really good at going to the gym consistently, but there's other things like making content or spending time on my phone that I'm trying to get better at. It's just hard to build those habits and those structures to keep going with it. So definitely keep going and keep working at it. Whatever you do, don't stop, and don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself where you're gonna have to hit it every day. You're really just kind of setting yourself up for failure there, because something's going to happen. You're going to get sick, or just something's going to come up where you can't do the thing that you plan to do. So having those realistic expectations going in is going to help you in the long term. And another thing I'll say is that maybe you had something that you want to do specifically, like get healthier, and your goal was to go to the gym to get healthier or something, but the gym's you're not feeling it, it's not for you or whatever. Try something different. Maybe just try walking. Maybe try going for a run. Maybe try biking. Try out different things that could also potentially get you to your goal. You don't necessarily have to stick with that one set pathway to try to get there. Try alternate things. you might find that you enjoy it, and actually it becomes super easy to get to your goal in the end. But yeah, my main takeaway here is just don't stop, don't give up, don't join in on Quitter's Day. Keep going towards your goals. Whether you've fallen off the wagon already, get back into it. Let's go. Let's hit these goals this year and let's make some progress. Yeah, and with that, just going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you're working on. I'd love to hear from you guys. I love having interaction with people who watch the videos, whether things resonate with you or, just whatever. I just love to be able to interact with other people. That's kind of the goal with me doing this channel, is to be able to interact with other people and connect with them and build a community of like-minded people who are striving towards bettering themselves. And so hopefully I can help you along your way in your journey, and we'll catch you in the next video.